Poppin' Tea Squad, it's me Keisha and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Insecure Season 4 Episode 7 review. Alright you guys, so tonight was a really good episode. This was Miley's episode. Last week was Issa's episode. So on tonight's episode, we start exactly where we left off with last week's episode, with Issa about to go into the restaurant to go grab her something to eat. But when she sees Miley sitting inside the restaurant, she turns around and leaves. What we didn't know from Miley's perspective was she was in the restaurant sitting at the counter and she sees Issa about to walk into the restaurant. So she turns her side like, okay, here we go. And she tries to pretend like she didn't see her. And when she turns back around, she sees that Issa ass saw her and decided to leave. So she's shocked because she just knew they were about to finally talk and that Issa wouldn't run away from her, but she did. So her mouth was dropped, her face was dropped, and she was shocked. And I think it really showed her that like things have really changed between her and Issa. This is not like when they got into it in the past. So Miley goes home, and when she walks in, Andrew is on the phone with his brother. He's speaking in a language. I don't remember if he's Vietnamese, Chinese, Korean, whatever he is, but he's speaking to his brother in his language. But as soon as she comes in the house, he starts speaking English. And at first I was like, what is that about? But then when the episode progressed, I realized that he did that out of respect, so she doesn't think that he's talking out of term about her, because you know that's what a lot of people that speak different languages that do this, or speaking in their language in front of you because they don't want you to know what the hell they talking about, or they could be talking about your ass. So now that I understood what he was doing, I really respect that about Andrew. So she comes in a huff and he asks her what happens, and she told him that she saw Issa and that Issa ran away from her. So he was like, oh damn, like, are you gonna talk to her? And she was like, no, I'm not gonna reach out to her. So both of them at this point are just being stubborn, don't want to reach out to the other one. But I feel like Issa is more so hurt. Miley is more, I think Miley is hurt too, but Miley is angry, whereas Issa is hurt. So they're about to go on a trip to Mexico with Andrew's brother Victor and his wife Lydia, but last minute before she goes, she finds out that she has to attend a meeting at work before they head out on their flight the next morning. So she gets to her job and asks the secretary, why did she just not find out about this meeting last minute? And the secretary was like, I found out last night, I got the email, but with everything going on with this case, I forgot. So Miley chews her out because she was like, you know, you not doing your job makes me look crazy, makes me look, you know, like I'm incompetent, and my boss is like, don't do that again. And the girl was like, okay. And I understood where Miley was coming from. Like, you can't do no shit like that. Bitches ain't, you get back to me when you feel like it. Like, this is my job on the line too. So Miley barely makes it to the plane by the skin of her teeth. They're on the flight, and we see Kim Fields sitting next to them, and it is hilarious because she's playing this newly single sad bitch that's crazy and on her last leg after losing her nigga. It was very funny. It was so good to see Kim Fields back on the big screen. So Miley asked Andrew, can they chill the first night, because she had a crazy day. She's tired. It's about to be a long flight. And he was like, well, my brother has everything planned down to a T, but you know, I'll see. So she was like, no, I don't want your brother to think I'm coming in and changing things, so I'll go along with the plans. You know, she doesn't want to come across like a Debbie Downer. She doesn't want to come across like she's causing problems. She doesn't want to be problematic, because she's been told that she's problematic, remember? So he then plays with that pussy on the plane, and I was like, I wish it was me, goddammit. I wish it was somebody else's fingers but mine, because it's pandemic. Woo, Jesus, but that's a whole nother conversation. So Miley meets his family, and the wife is like, you're just so pretty, and this and that. She was like, do I have to be worried about your sister-in-law? This bitch gonna fuck me. So Andrew tries to tell his brother they've had a long flight, you know, can we kind of slow things down a little bit, because the brother got everything planned to a T. People like him get on my nerves. Like, a vacation is not about do this at this time, we gotta get up, like that feel like work to me. This doesn't feel like a vacation. A vacation is about relaxing, having a good time, being leisurely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never want to go on vacation with Victor, but the brother like, you know, I got everything planned. So they was like, all right, nigga, whatever. So they get into the hotel room, and Miley shows Andrew what she had as the surprise that she was talking to him about on the plane. They both were supposed to bring surprises for each other for the trip. So she pulls out her shit, and it's just a cute little bra and panty, little perla, you know what I'm saying? And some basically like some body oil. He was looking like, that's it, bitch. Like, that's a regular night. Like, the fuck? So I was like, yeah, I agree with you, Andrew. Like that was you kicking it up a notch, bitch. Like, all right. So he was like, well, I thought it was, we was about to get on some other shit, like on some 50 Shades of Grey type shit. So he pulls out the vibrator, some of them little Kegel ball things that you put up in your pussy that weigh your pussy down and make it really tingly and just get it all juicy and moist, and they just sitting up in you, and you just like, oh, jeez, you sneeze wrong, you might have an orgasm. I need some of them, child. And then he pulled out a little butt, little plug, little action, and she was looking like, well, goddamn, nigga, like, what's up? And I was like, Andrew, you my type of fun. So she tells him, that she liked, almost getting caught on a plane, and he tells her that he likes when she takes charge. So they both decide, okay, we gonna do what the other one likes. So she kisses him all aggressively. That's her taking charge. And then he was like, let's go on the balcony and get it popping. Now, I've had balcony sex, honey, but it was at night while it was raining. It was a good time. If you ain't never had you some balcony sex, bitch, and I lived in an apartment, do it. Thank me later. So, they end up missing their first night with the brother and the wife, but meets up with them the next morning on the trail for a 3-mile hike. And she like, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me, because this nigga done fucked my brains out all last night. My pussy sore, my thighs are sore, my legs are sore. This is the last thing I need to be doing is hiking. They see Kim Field's crazy ass again, and it's funny. So they reach the top, and at first she does not want to, do this whole hike. But once they reach the top and see the mountain, she's like, okay, now I get it. She basks in the moment. So Nathan later on that day FaceTime Andrew about the garage not opening, and Molly's sitting on the bed and she overhears Easton in the background. So automatically she's triggered, she's bothered. So he gets off the phone and Molly say, of course. And Andrew was like, what? And Molly was like, Issa, she back with Nathan, so I guess it's Groundhog's Day. She just thinks she know everything. She always assuming. And when you assume, you make a what out of yourself? An ass. So that was exactly what Issa was trying to tell her ass, like, you think you already know something. So Andrew say, I think they're just hanging out. And Molly say he already showed her who he is. She likes things messy, so I guess that's on track. Andrew say, he was dealing with some shit. And Molly was like what? Just thinking once again she know everything. Sis is a motherfucking magic 8-ball. So Andrew like some mental health stuff. Like, bitch, it was serious. So she feels stupid. Her face is cracked once again. And she was like, oh, does Issa know? He was like, I don't know. That ain't none of my business. But he's on this trip, or is it about us? So she was like, you know what? You're right. Let's stop talking about Issa. So then later on that night, she come out with her lingerie, baby, and she dominate that nigga. She tie him up, put a little scarf on that face, and then she tell him he needs to assume the position which is eating that motherfucking ass crack, bitch. And I was like, now see, bitch, now you boarding the choo-choo train. Now you having my type of fun, bitch. So he get to eating that ass, and I felt like I came right along with her. So the next day at the pool, this is when shit go left. They in the pool. It's Lydia, the wife, Andrew, and Molly. And the wife tells him that the brother invited their sister on the trip or whatever, but I guess she couldn't come or whatever. It seems like the sister's estranged. So as they're talking, someone splashes Lydia in the eye with the water. That chlorine water burned the shit out your eye. So Molly was like, oh, let me go get you a towel. So when she goes to get a towel, the clerk tells her that she can't give her a towel unless she has the room key. Molly doesn't have her room key. She was like, I just got out the pool. Like, I'm a guest here. Like, the fuck? The lady, like, I can't give you one. So Molly say the white people who left didn't have one. They go back and forth. The Molly get irate. The woman, oh my God, calm down, black lady. So then Victor, Andrew's brother, interjects, like, here's the key. The lady gives her a towel. She snatches it away and walks. So she gives the Lydia the towel. They're in the pool. Andrew sees that she's upset, asks what's wrong, and she tells them what happened and asks the brother, like, you saw what happened. You saw that they gave the white people the towel without a key. He was like, yeah, I saw it. But question, do you really think it was about race? So Molly was like, what exactly are you saying? The brother like, what if she was just doing her job? Her boss could go off without her checking. But my thing was with the brother, if you saw that they gave the towel to the white people without a key, then what the fuck are you talking about, my nigga? Like, what the fuck? Your argument makes no sense. So Molly was like, that's an excuse, but okay, girl, try again. So Andrew and the wife looking at the brother like, will you shut the fuck up? So the brother is an asshole. He said, you don't know for sure, so you could be making your life harder by assuming. Now, once again, this is something that Molly always does, is assume. So I wish they could have made a little bit of a better argument to prove that she's always assuming something, because if they should have had it where he didn't see what happened with the white couple, because him saying, yeah, I saw it, kind of negates the whole point of his argument. Does that make sense? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So Andrew then speaks to him in their language and says, Victor, just fucking drop it. He was like, what, we just having a conversation? I was like, excuse me, motherfuckers, like, I'm still here. Can we all speak English? So Victor said, I get it, it's a thing. Miley say, or maybe you don't get it at all. Victor say, you don't think I experience racism, but how I deal with it is my choice. You don't have to give it so much power. Miley say, wow, okay. Victor say, you have to pick and choose your battles. And Miley say, easy for you to say, you only consider yourself people of color when it benefits you. And I was like, oh, bitch, she went there. Flag on the plate. Everybody calm down. Put the chains on the door. The enemy is here. I was like, oh, she went there, baby. Now, I agreed with the brother with the, you letting it rule you, you letting it ruin your day or whatever. It's just a fucking towel. You gonna experience racism. It's not that motherfucking deep. Now, that is the thing about Molly that I don't like, is that she harps on shit and she doesn't know how to let shit go. Now, that part of the argument, I think they executed very well. So Andrew, of course, is offended. He was like, that's not true. I don't think like that. And she was like, well, you're different. He was like, different how? Like, what the fuck? So Victor says, seems to me like you're picking and choosing who to give the benefit of the doubt to. Molly said, you know what? I'm done. And Victor was like, what? Did I strike a nerve? And Molly say, fuck you. Get your brother and get out the pool. Now, I didn't like the brother neither. He was goddamn rigid. I didn't like his goddamn itinerary, and I didn't like his attitude. So that night, they end up sleeping on opposite sides of the bed. The next morning, Andrew ended up bringing her a smoothie and asked if she want to go to the spa. She was like, well, where your brother and them going to be? And they was like, well, they just going to, do their own little thing. And she was like, did I fuck this up? Because she was like, damn, maybe I went too far. Andrew was like, I told him he was wrong. He's really sorry about the way that he behaved. So Molly, then goes on a stroll alone on the beach and calls her therapist. And I was like, at least she finally see, goddammit, this bitch has had an awakening. So she leaves the therapist a message asking, can she make an appointment with her as soon as she comes back, because she's been noticing lately she just can't let go of things. So she and Andrew return home. At the airport, she sees Lawrence, who has a new haircut. And by the way, he directed tonight's episode, so congratulations to him. So it's awkward as fuck, their little encounter. And then we see Lawrence leave out of the airport, and he makes a phone call to someone saying he's been thinking about them and can they have drinks soon. The person is Issa, and on next week's episode, the description shows that it says Issa and Lawrence catch up to discuss their lives, careers, past mistakes, and what makes each of them happy. We have 2 more episodes after that. Like I said to y'all in the beginning of this season, I felt like Condoleezza Rice character was going to be the gateway to them getting back together. And I think that's where we're going to end up at the end of this season. Lawrence and Issa figuring out if they want to reopen that door, but Nathan is also there, and whatever that is might get in the way. I don't really know what's going on with the whole Nathan thing, but that Nathan thing is going to be the thing that kind of like fuck it up or is a hindrance to them getting back together. But yeah, I thought tonight's episode was good. I give tonight's episode an A-. I felt like that one part was a little flaw in the script. But other than that, I thought this was a good episode to show Molly's point of view and showing how without each other, they're both still experiencing the things that they felt like the other one was saying about them. So yeah, I thought tonight's episode was interesting. I can't wait to see how this season is going to play out. Are they going to get back friends? Are they going to stay not friends? Can't wait to see how the whole thing is going to play out. Let's call the bestie Mo to get her take on everything tonight. I was going to say, if this heifer don't answer, I'm going to cuss her the hell out.
As soon as I got up to use bathroom, you called. Okay.
I told you 10 to 15 minutes. It's 14:28. What?
I don't know what you said. You don't run nothing.
Girl, please. Okay, so what you thought about tonight's episode? What the hell? Hello? Oh, you paused. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me check my connection. Hold on, let me fix my connection. All right, hold up. All right, we back.
Oh, God.
Shut up. My Wi-Fi be clicking back to 2G when I'm in my room. All day I have to click it back to 2.5 or 5G, whatever the fuck.
No, this one is 2G, this one is 5G.
Whatever the fuck it is. Shit.
Okay, it was a good episode. It was kind of boring, but it was good. Miley, I'm trying to say something good.
Speak your heart.
I liked her swimsuit collection. I think she's taking very good care of her body.
Mm-hmm.
But she did good all the way up to. Nah, this ain't no judgment, but you gotta eat this ass. I was just really thrown, but I had to turn my head.
I said I felt like they was having a good time. Shit, that was my type of
I
fun.
felt like they was too, but I just was not expecting it. Like, some of their sex scenes was kind of weird to me. I mean, not weird, but it was almost like kind of like forced chemistry to me. It just didn't flow as smoothly as I would like for it to flow for me. She's on her second strike. She got one more time.
One more time with what?
With Andy. To have a little situation.
Oh, well, yeah, true.
Like, it was the thing with, well, you know, they had their little issues at first with just their relationship, but then, like, the thing with Issa, when she blew up, which is understandable, you know, if something is bound to happen. And then the thing with his brother, and I'm just like, he was looking in that bed like, oh my God.
Now, this is what I said in my part of the review. I felt like they kind of dropped the ball with the whole trying to drive the point of her always assuming stuff, because there is a part of her character flaw. That was one of the things that we've seen throughout this season, is that she always assuming shit. But I felt like with the part with the whole towel situation, they had it where the brother said he saw that the clerk gave the white people the towel without a key card. He agreed with her, but then he came back with the whole, do you think it was about race? I felt like they kind of dropped the ball with that, because they should have just had it where he said, no, I didn't see it. Maybe you're assuming things. Because I felt like it didn't go together. I was like, huh?
Like, it does go together.
Oh, well, explain it.
Right. Because they're at, like, this little family resort, and this is why that went well to me, because I understand where she's coming from. We do experience racism. I think a lot of people, especially Asian people around this time, like, I done heard so much shit at the grocery store about Asian people. It's crazy. Like, I just be like, wow. Anyway, I don't even know what they are, but I'm just saying, like, we don't want to experience it. But with Miley, if you think about this whole series, she's so Black Lives Matter. When has she ever experienced a racist moment on this show? She's probably one of the most privileged motherfucking characters on here. But anyway, back to the towel situation. It's like she be looking for she wants that experience. She really wants, like, that's gonna stamp her black card. She really wants that experience. I don't know what happened to her in her childhood. But with the towel situation, with that being a family, she don't know how many times, then they had kids or some shit. She don't know how many times they've been up and back and forth to get towels where they didn't have to get. If I see a motherfucker 10 times, I'm not checking your key cord all 10 times. So it's still based off of assumption. And the girl wasn't, look at the girl's attitude. Like, she just didn't come from her attitude and say, you a black woman, I don't want to give you no cord without a towel without a key cord.
True.
So it was just like, she really went there in that situation and didn't even have to, because the girl was looking so fucking confused. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Well, from that aspect, okay, yeah, I can get that, because I wasn't looking at it that way. What did you think about the brother's character all overall? Did you feel like he was a dick?
Nope. I did not feel like I did not. I'm sorry, but I didn't feel like he was a dick. I think that he was really, she just like one of the people she wanted to be a lawyer in that moment. Like, this is not even up for debate. She was like, it didn't have to go to that point. It did not have to go there.
No.
It's really, like they were cool and having fun, and then all of a sudden, even the wife was kissing her ass, Andrew was kissing her ass, per usual, and it's just like, and what that type of shit, that's what breeds narcissism. Not telling somebody they fucking up.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because I thought that they was gonna have it where he was tired of her ass this episode, but it didn't happen. So I was shocked at that.
That's good. Shit, if she wasn't so successful and wasn't such a fucking freak with a great body, she would have been gone.
Yeah, because I thought that would have been the last straw, her getting into it with the brother.
Right. She just always I don't care where they at. If she was getting married, her ass gonna find something wrong that day. Like, it's just always something with her.
You know what I can see them doing is her introducing him to her family and words being said between him and her family, and then her turning on him. Mm-hmm. That'll be a good storyline, because it's like, damn, bitch, I had your back, you ain't gonna have mine.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I would really like to see that. But girl, when Lawrence called Easton,
yeah, his haircut was cute. He directed tonight's episode too.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, his haircut looked nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the description for next week's episode, it said they're going to get together and talk about their life, careers, and what makes them happy and the things that they want. So, yes. We got 3 more episodes, including next week. So like I told them, I think the season's going to end with them trying to figure out if they're going to open that door again with them trying. But something with Nathan is going to be involved in it. I don't know what.
I think she's going to be left having to choose between the two of them.
I don't think it's going to be that, though, because they haven't really shown her vibing with him like that. So, but it's going to be something with Nathan.
Because she's sneaking to see him. That's why yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how that's gonna play out. But yeah, because he miss her. It's obvious. Like he like, yeah.
Anytime they go on a solo trip and then call you when he land,
he want that old thing back.
Condola is gone.
She sure in the fuck is. Condoleezza Rice is out of here.
Don't talk about her. She was nice.
Bye, girl. But yeah, tonight's episode, I gave it an A-. It was kind of a little boring. Kim Field's character was funny. It was good to see her back on the big screen.
Yeah, we needed that. We needed her to be on this episode. I wondered if that was Henry, though, at the airport. Was that Henry?
Who was Henry?
Her ex-husband. I think she called Henry and was like, I can't do this.
I thought that's who I assumed, but the way Miley said it seemed like she had got her groove back while she was on the trip. Oh, okay. But I don't know. But after watching last week's episode, because I didn't do a review last week, I had called you, and then when you had answered the phone, I was like, fuck it, I ain't even gonna do a review anyway, because I didn't feel like there was really anything to really talk about for real. But after last week's episode and then seeing Issa and Kyla Pratt on their live, I want her to write a show for Kyla Pratt. She got so much love after last week's episode, and just their whole chemistry, and watch it. It's on YouTube. It was just their whole chemistry and how Issa was just praising her, and Kyla. I can just see Kyla having a show. Like I just see it. Like I want somebody to do something with her.
But she's just outgrown Disney because she got kids now. Then
yeah.
And shit, they ain't fucking with her.
But everybody just loves her.
But yeah, I thought that episode was kind of funny. It was funny how they were showing Issa's shadow side and how she was trying to do her little, she had a little devil side, and then she was trying to do her acts of kindness, and it was like she was that voice in her head trying to talk her out of things, and then when she went to the little, that was funny though when they left her into that bill.
Girl, I hollered. Because I like that in her episode, she was trying to prove that she doesn't just use people and that she is there for other people, because that's what Miley said about her. And then in tonight's episode, Miley was...
the point of that was she was trying to prove to herself that she was not using people.
Oh, yeah.
Questionable.
Yeah.
So that don't mean that she don't think that she's trying to do something so that she won't be, but she knows that she uses.
Oh, yeah. And then in tonight's episode, it was Molly and the whole assuming things and always holding a grudge and taking shit too far. But yeah, I thought tonight's episode was cool. I can't wait to see what next week's episode is gonna bring.
But I know one damn thing. I'm gonna work out tomorrow. Thanks, Miley.
Yeah, Miley. I like the little lingerie outfit. It looked better when she put it on than when she pulled it out that bag. But all right, so that's the end of that review, you guys. We will see you next week. Be right back with my Real Housewives and them boring ass Married to Medicine bitches. As soon as I get done, though, I am gonna call you because I want you to see the cover for the book.
Okay.
All right, bye y'all. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell button. Let's talk down below. Bye.